Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kwakadash, Yahweh the word and we calls God, Yahweh Shah the word and we calls Jesus. I want to give the honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who have something this truth. I want to give peace and blessings to the Akim, across the four corners of the earth, who teach this truth and risk their life to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Loading videos edifying, only I can get something from this video. Quick video through the spirit. I was just scrolling on, looking at a couple articles, which we'll read, skim through just the titles of them. You know what I mean? And we're going to get a hammer of the whole earth and whatever precepts come to mind, and then we'll close out the video. But it's always good to, this is part of being on your watch, man. You know what I'm saying? Going through these, looking at the news, so you can link them up with prophecy, right? We're told what to look for, right? Let's see, let's get this stuff. Stand, watch. No, what is it? It's let me see. What is it, man? I think it's in this passage. Gates Noble. What's that? Banner. No, it's not here. Is it in? Bear with me, I'm still like it. So is it 2? No. Let me see. Watch. Habakkuk 2:1. It says, I think I was here, but it says, I will stand upon my watch, and I will set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Right? And it's speaking. Okay, through this truth. That's why this place is getting exposed, right? Lifting up the skirt of this place, right? Exposing this place for what it is. Okay, it says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And scripture says some men count slackness, but the Lord is not slack concerning his promise. Okay, and he's going to deliver the elect. The Lord will not be one of those men, the elect from the said perils, man. Okay, and the ultimate peril is what? Thermonuclear missiles. I was just watching a video a couple of days ago of the, Chinese president. He said, hey, America will send, they might send the first one, but they won't be able to send the second one. We have a missile. We have a missile that nobody has. Okay, which, these missiles are expensive. These missiles cost. These missiles are not cheap, man. You know what I'm saying? And they're not made in vain, which means they're going to be used. And the scriptures talk about these missiles being used in a specific place that these missiles are going to be used on, okay? Which is America, okay? According to biblical prophecy, okay? It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it should speak. How does it speak? It's speaking through the prophets. How does the Lord speak? He speaks through his prophets. Okay? This word is speaking, man. Okay? And it's really a warning and a calling. Okay? And a bidding. Okay? It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it should speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Part of standing on your watch is watching watching the news, watching what's going on, watching, what's going to take place. You know what I'm saying? Watching what's going to take place so you can link it up to prophecy. Certain things that took place, that was prophecy. Certain things that are about to take place is prophecy. Okay, so these are all a part of standing upon your watch, man. Okay, let's go back to where I was. Hammer, earth, Jeremiah 50. But let's get some more, read some of these articles real quick, man. Just scan through these joints real fast. It says doomsday plane spotted at LAX sparks panic and conspiracy theories online. I mean, it's no coincidence that they will have it there, or it'll be even a doomsday plane that exists. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't hear anything good about the society or the things to come, because if it was good, why would it be a doomsday plane? For in the sight of people that can, for people can see, knowing how people are. Okay. It says, so that's one thing, right? It says, that's cool. What else? Protests continue grow as Iranian citizens remain defiant. Okay. It says Nero orders Secret Service review into longtime political ally after security breach. It says U.S. seizes another oil tanker in the Caribbean. I think it was a brother that might have said it. Saying I think it was that brother from, in Boston, which he did a video that was beautiful, going into the Hammer Operation Midnight Hammer. You know what I'm saying? And linking it up with Hammer of the Whole Earth. Right? And bros could, watch the video or look up, go to your Google and look up Operation Midnight Hammer, so you could, see and kind of get the detail about what the operation is about. So like it, but the brother was like, I believe it was the brother that said that. He was like, America's oil, they're a fiend for oil, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like junkies for oil, right? And you got to believe that capturing, it's rarely about what they say it's about. It's always something deeper. Now, is it about the oil? Is it about resources? Of course, right? But it's always an underlying, and I'm speaking as a man, but it's always an underlining thing, you know what I'm saying, with Esau, man. You know what I'm saying? It's never like something straight up, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. Now ChatGPT wants your medical records. Crazy. And that's going to link right into any other AI platform they have that they want to use to control the world, basically. Okay. Anyway, let's get into it. This is Jeremiah 50 and 23. To get to the point, it says, "How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?" Who's the hammer? Esau. Okay. How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Okay. And how this place is going to become a desolation, or how this place is going to be cut is and broken is ultimately is by way of thermonuclear missiles. Okay, the scripture said that the beast shall hate the whore. Okay, let me jump down. This is work. That's all I have done. So yeah, let's get 29. Jeremiah 50 and 29. It says, "Call together the archers against Babylon, all you that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel." Okay? Now, when you look at ancient Babylon, what bows and what other nations and things, all in unison came against it. Okay? And those bows that the archers are going to shoot is not talking about actual bows. It's talking about thermonuclear missiles, right? And then you remember, you see it says her work. Okay, remember that, her work. It says, therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, said the Lord Yahweh. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And these are the things that is beginning to happen. Okay? That's what it is. And we hope to be delivered up out of that. It's no coincidence, man, that through all the chaos that's going on in the world, the truth is out right in time. You know what I'm saying? So, and all you got to do is have faith and have works. And Yahweh Shai. And I ain't gonna say all you got to do, because I don't even know if I'm one of those men. I hope to be one of those men. But somebody is the elect. You know what I'm saying? Somebody. And what would the elect be doing in this time? Teaching or preaching. You know what I'm saying? The mind on what's going on. Mind on the truth. Mind on prophecy. Okay? Mind on getting themselves right. Using the grace period to get themselves right. Not using the grace period to BS. And I want to correct myself too, because you got men in the latter end that didn't have or people on the latter end that don't have any works, that's going to believe at the last moment and be delivered. Okay, before that great destruction happens. And they didn't have no works, you know what I'm saying? But they had faith. Okay, so you're not saved by your works, but if you have faith, you will have works, because faith without works is dead. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Let's go here. Baruch 4. And Baruch 4, and I'll get the point, which is 32 on down. It says, miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. That she is talking about America. Okay, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. Okay, it says, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. Okay, this is prophecy. These are the things that's coming to pass, that's going to come to pass for this place. Okay, that's what it is, man. You go anywhere, right? And what they're looking at how America do things. But how does America do things? And wickedness and evil it always has a wicked or evil root to it. Okay, and it springs up, and then boom, now you got generations of nothing but bullshitters and people that want to do bullshit, and people that don't. And these people really think, like, for instance, you got men that really think that they're women. You got women that really think that they're men. These motherfuckers don't know their right hand from their left hand. So it has to be a reset. Okay, it has to change, because wickedness then got, in America then got really in the world then got out of hand. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? This is the last wicked rulership. When you go in Daniel, scriptures say that basically after this society is thrown down, then it becomes a society or a rulership. After this rulership is brought down, and the rulership is going to come that's not going to be overthrown, that's going to be righteous, that's never going to fall. Okay, and what is that? That's the kingdom. Okay, where the Israelites are going to rule. When you go to Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, it tells you that we're going to be that top government, that mountain. You know what I'm saying? That all the nations are going to flow into, and they're going to have to take orders from us. We're going to be perfect within. We're going to have the law written in us. We're going to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be like real life gods on the earth, immortals. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be something like I can't even describe. I can't even think about it. You know what I mean? I don't have the, like Paul, he can utter what he saw. We don't know. Things that are now are not worthy to be compared to the things that we're going to get, man. Okay? To the glory that's going to be revealed in us. Okay? That's what you want to work for and hope for, where we could begin to actually live. You, bro, come on, think about it. No more, you ain't going to stress. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have as much women as you want to. You ain't going to have to, you know what I'm saying, do little things, sneak around, none of that shit. Like, you know what I mean? You know, there's, you're not going to be ruled over by a wicked ass society. You know what that entails? I mean, you know, because even now, like, it's not, not to make the video about this, but you know, you go get another woman. It's not wicked to get another woman. That's your right as a man, as long as that woman is single. Okay? But that's your right as a man. But in a society, boy, you know, you get looked down upon, you get frowned upon, you know, you get, you know what I'm saying, you know, everybody's in that woman's ear as far as, girl, you need to leave him, you need to this, you need that, ooh, because them hoes miserable. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's just, in our kingdom, we're not going to have to worry about that. You ain't going to have to worry about, you know what I mean, you know, just certain different things that, you know, certain things that we shouldn't have to worry about. I'm just leave it there. Okay? That in itself is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? When we're made perfect, you know, that's when we're going to be in the second covenant, when we're going to have power. Okay? Or actually ruling class mentality, you know, and it's not just even about the women, it's about learning, you know, about different plants, different things, what things do, you know what I'm saying, different herbs, and, you know, the depths of the sea and how different planets work. And come on, man, like, we just know about Earth. And the powers that be right now barely know, that are, you know, the elite of the world, which is the wicked, barely know about the earth. They don't know about the sea for real. They haven't discovered the sea and what's out there and what's this and that and this. You know what I'm saying? But in our kingdom, we're going to know everything, man. We're going to know, we're going to be, you know, wise, you know what I'm saying, and intelligent and brilliant and smart, and don't got to worry about things, man. You know what I'm saying? Worry. And in Babylon, you worry constantly. It's always something. Babylon always going to give you something to worry about, man. Always. But even like the scriptures say, you know, worrying has done no one good, man. Okay? Let me just grab that real quick. Worry. No, it's in the GNT where it says worry. Worry. Come on, man. It's fucking ads, man. Come on, man. Worry. Since the rock. Right here. There you go. Sirach 30 and 23 in the GNT. I'm going to start at 21. It says, don't deliberately torture yourself by giving into depression. Okay? And that's one thing, you know, some bros got to work on. You know what I'm saying? Because when you come into the, you know, and I'm going to say this, right? So I don't get misconstrued. Don't get, what I'm saying is, when you come into this truth, you know, you start understanding the fear of the Lord, then you start feeling sorrowful about the things you've done and the things you've committed, and then you start being, you kind of nervous and scared. And I can speak for myself. Like, you nervous and scared. You know what I mean? You kind of like, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? It was like a worry. I remember just being like, like man, my man of the Lord. Like, you start having them thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And you start looking at the things that you start going through certain trials and tribulations in the walk, and it could cause you sometimes to be in a state of depression or in a state of where you're getting into that state, right? So, you might start putting on a little weight, man. You might start eating bad. You might start fucking off your money. You might start, just doing things that are not wise, right? And don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't decorate your hell. That don't make you more righteous just because you adding to your own hell. Nah. You know what I'm saying? No. Ultimately, man, get rid of fear. The scripture said the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear. Scripture saying in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, if you're faint-hearted, you won't be defended. Get rid of these, things and start adding to your faith and adding to virtue and adding to being a better man and a man of the Lord through time. Every day, add a brick to the wall, build the wall up. You know what I mean? Some days are easier than others. Some days are harder than others. But that's what make it a fight. That's what make it a fight. Okay? That's why you got to hold what you have until the Lord comes. When you read Revelation, was that 2:25, 2:26? One of the two. Okay? But let's read this now in the video. It's Sirach 30 and 22. It says, happiness makes for a long life and makes it worth living. Enjoy yourself and be happy. Don't worry all the time. Worry never did anybody any good, and it has destroyed many people. Yeah, don't start losing yourself, man. Okay? It says it will make you old before your time. Jealousy and anger will shorten your life. A cheerful person with a good attitude will have a good appetite and enjoy his food. Okay? And that's why, Sirach, I call it Sirach and Proverbs, Psalms, right? These are building books, right? These are books that I highly recommend, especially for bros that's new into the truth. Oh, man. You want to add gems and quality gems to yourself and to your manhood, and what in the world they call it game, right? You want to add some game to yourself, some wisdom, man. Read Sirach. Telling you, man. Okay. Read. I mean, it's been and this is just the books I've read. You know what I'm saying? Like, that helped me a lot, even to this day. You know what I mean? Read Sirach, read Proverbs, read the different stories about our forefathers and how they were, faithful and how they feared the Lord, and how they were bold in righteousness and not arrogant. You know what I mean? Read about King David. Read about Mattathias. You know what I'm saying? Read about the Maccabees. Like, read about read about different prophets. You know what I'm saying? Different men of the Lord and their testimony. You know what I mean? So, and it will all help. We need everything we possibly can, man. Whatever you can do to add to your fight in this thing and stay in this, add it. If it's going to the gym, add it. If it's eating right, add it. If it's looking better, add it. First and foremost, keep the Lord first. This truth is pinnacle. Yahweh Shai is over everything. Okay? That's first and foremost. Okay? Add to yourself. Add righteous things to yourself. Eat better. Start looking better. Carry yourself better. You know what I'm saying? Smell better. Work on your physique. Work on your fighting skills. Build yourself as a man. All these will translate into confidence. You know what I'm saying? When you deep in the scriptures and you getting into breakdowns and, you know what I'm saying, you up on your reading and you up on the videos and all that, boy, you be humbly confident. You're like, man, I handled the Lord. I handled my business. You know what I mean? It's when you start to slack up, you know, you like, oh, you know, you ain't reading like you're supposed to. You ain't watching the video. You ain't getting into the breakdowns like you're supposed to. That's, you know, that right there, that puts you in a constant worry. Like, damn, I need to do better. I could do better. You know what I mean? But when you're doing better, and then you adding healthy things to that, like, and I ain't saying add too much, add what you can handle, but things like the gym, things like, you know, just healthy things that are lawful for you to do. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of yourself, your appearance, and things of that nature. And not focusing all on that, like being vain with it, but, you know, carry yourself with, have some dignity, man. Have some, you know what I'm saying? When you know, you be confident in a humble way, man, and that'll help. That'll help the walk. That'll help the walk, man. We need, you know, we right here, okay? We right here, man. So hold what ye have until the Lord come. And I'm speaking to myself. All that go to me first and foremost. Everything I just said goes to me first and foremost. And to whatever bro that resonate with it. You know what I'm saying? If you know, it might not resonate with some bros. Some bros might, you know, every bro on a different level. You know what I mean? But for bros that may come across the video that it resonate with, man, come on. You know? Hey, so with that, man, Lord, we just edifying only I can got something for this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakwakadash. I'm going to tell you, brothers, keep pushing on to the next Shalom.